More people put their cameras on, please. Yes, hello John, you made it to Holland. Super, super. So, hey Roger. Hello Anna, thank you for putting your camera on, everybody. Yes, so I'm really happy that we're gonna have another Women Energy Zoom again, because our first one was last month, and it gives. Oh, there. Please put your microphone off. Thank you. So last month we had the trial, our first one, and yeah, it felt so good that today we're gonna do another one. And thanks to John, we had this amazing idea of, let finally the women speak. Because normally in the Zooms, they're only men, which is also great to hear. But they have a different vision and a different strategy and a different attitude of doing the business. And as we have seen last month, women are doing it totally different. And well, we now live in a world which is very, very turbulent, and we hear a lot of bad news, and we're all getting disconnected by our government, that we cannot come together, and how much they are pushing us apart. I want you to know, and I want you to feel, even if we are on different places on the planet, that energetically we are always and all the time connected. So nothing and nobody can separate us. And if we can keep that feeling and be a beam of light in this turbulent time, because we can share a beautiful message. Not only do we have the solution to clean up our planet from all the plastic waste that we have been producing and polluting our planet with, we can also turn it into very clean oil, which is also good for the environment. And even the oil that we can produce, we can turn it back also into plastic again. So we can recycle in many different ways. But there are also a lot of people in these times who are losing their jobs and their businesses. And also for them, we can be a beam of light to show them that there is a way that they can still earn money, and for a very good cause, because we are helping and healing our planet. And while we are doing that, we can help and heal other people who are not as fortunate as we are today. So today we have 4 beautiful ladies who are going to tell their story and their inspiration and their strategy on how we are going to help the planet and other people. So the first lady is Cecilia Oheni, if I pronounced that correctly. And Cecilia is from Southern Ireland, and she has been involved in agriculture and sales, which were mainly health products sold through network marketing. And she was invited to take a look at our amazing project in January 2019. And we just heard from each other that we were both in Thailand at the same time to attend the Global Lounge in Bangkok. And she's been building this business part-time, and she became a 2-star, and she's planning on becoming a 3-star next month. So let's talk next month to you again. And she has always believed in the power of network marketing. And now that this is combined with a sustainable solution for a global problem, she believes that the future is very bright for us. And I believe that we can be a very bright future for a lot of people in the world. So, Cecilia, I want to hand over the mic to you, and really looking forward for your story, because when you start talking, I could just sit there in awe and just listen to all the beautiful words that you say. So,
thank you very much, Mazarine, and ladies and gentlemen, it's great to be on this call. I hope you can hear me okay, yeah? And Yes, I'm Cecilia. I've been involved for the last nearly 2 years now. My plan is to be 3-star by mid-January. And it was with excitement and pleasure that I'm delighted to be here today. And when I was preparing for this, the words of a song came to mind. It started with a kiss, and I never thought that it would come to this. And that was in my head yesterday evening for some reason. And it didn't quite start with a kiss, but I actually was at a convention, and Dermot Gallen touched my hand on the way in from the toilet, and he said, "Cecilia, there's something very exciting going on. We need to link up." And there was no more said that day because we were at a different event. And then about a week later, there was a phone call, there was a Facebook post. And as soon as I had the phone call, I was in love. I was in love with the idea and the concept because it excited me, and I could see it as having a future, and I was passionate about it. So a short while later, I ended up flying to Thailand, and the ticket was booked the night before. And I did intend going, but I was slightly hesitant to go because, I'd never been there, and it was expensive, and it was a lot of things. And I was thinking in terms of, if I don't go, I'm going to regret not going. So then I had the opportunity. I spent almost 2 weeks in Thailand, and we met all the people behind the project, and I attended the global launch. And I said, Mazarine was at that, and at the time I didn't know her. And I suppose that's one of the wonderful things about networking. You are going to meet people, and there's people going to be significant in your life that you haven't yet met. So when I came home, I was really excited. But I am as excited today as I was when I came back from Thailand. And the reason is because of lockdown. And that might sound strange, but it's because of lockdown and all the challenges that brings that has me so excited. Because I see this opportunity as the best deal there is out there on the internet for the vast majority of people. And never were so many people looking for a lifeline. Never were so many people confused and worried about their business, whether it would ever again open, how it would adapt, their corporate jobs, their lifestyle, their ability to make a living. And we have, through this networking opportunity, we have a wonderful opportunity to present to people a lifeline. So many people want to build a business online. And a business built online cannot be closed down during any further lockdowns. And this is so significant to people out there at the moment that are struggling. Last year, the concept of doing business with Zoom and doing business online would have been frowned upon. Well, now doing business online with Zoom has become the new norm. And this provides us with a massive opportunity to build a business in our community of environmentally aware entrepreneurs. So we can build a business from our kitchen table, from our home office, alongside our other commitments, or alongside our job. So we're offering people the opportunity to turn their commute time into a side business that provides them with a certain level of security. Now, I come from a farming background. I love the countryside, and I want to do my part helping planet Earth. But I'm also considering myself very practical and very grounded. So when I first got the phone call, I was really excited about that. And I was excited because I could see that as being profitable. I could see it as being real. And anything, plastic is a problem, and if we have the solution, that's exciting because it's practical, it's profitable. And if it's profitable, it's long-term sustainable. If it's long-term sustainable, it has the potential for exponential growth. I've been around the network industry for a long time, and I saw a lot of people do very well from that. And I never really had the success that I would like to have had, but I felt that this opportunity was different. So turning a problem into a valuable product that has real utility, that's the essence of what we do, and what the company does. So it's turning the trash into cash. Anyone in business will tell you that they are always looking to find customers. If you provide people with something that they want, that's profitable. If you provide them with something they need, it's profitable. We have two strings to our bow here because we provide the world with a product that it needs, and we solve a problem that it needs. So for me, that was a winner. Very, from the very start, I was in love with the idea. So everyone wants to play their part. And people do recycle, and people genuinely, want to do what they can, and they do that in their different households around the world. And but other people, a lot of people out there are very interested in the concept of climate change, air quality, and sorting out plastic pollution. And these are the three issues that Corsair have solutions to these problems. So, imagine the power when you motivate the masses to back our vision, our mission, and our project. Imagine how powerful that is going to be when you activate people around the world. And so many people out there, they want to back a good cause. The people are there, we just need to find them. And I've always loved the concept of network marketing. And it's a concept which is particularly suited to women because it involves nurturing relationships. And women are good at that. So 77% of all people, according to Eric Worre, that are involved in networking are women. And in America, if the high earning women, the women who earn in excess of $100,000 per year, 80% of those people do it through network marketing. So networking is a business in which women can thrive. There's no glass ceilings, there's no office politics, there's no slow road to promotion because you were off on maternity leave or you took extended parental leave. And also, women of a certain age have a huge range of experience, knowledge, and resilience. I'd be putting myself in that category now of mature chicks. But we don't always have the formal education to, command a job, a highly paid job in corporate life. But in networking, you decide your own pay grade. And your boss in corporate life then becomes your mentor or your sponsor. And they want you to succeed, and they will help you succeed. And you have a team of your mentor and your team above all that. That is incredibly powerful. And also, you will have help and encouragement across pay lines. Like all the women on this group, none of them are in my pay group. But we're all helping and supporting each other going forward. In nature, geese will fly in formation 4 times further than they will fly on their own. So hence, in network marketing, engage with your upline, with your crossline, and fly in formation to great personal and professional success. As I said, women are good at this business because they're good at nurturing relationships in families, in communities, and they care about the well-being of other people and the well-being of their environment. People recycle, they all want to do their part. I feel that our business has an appeal to the masses. If you were to stand outside any shopping mall today and you were to ask 100 families that came out of all the different things that are of interest to them, and you were to include the environment and cleaning the planet, it would be of significant interest to the vast majority of those people. So we have an opportunity here to share this message of cleaning up plastic, providing a real and long-term profitable and sustainable solution. Our network business is all about sharing. It's to become a professional inviter. It's to get good at giving a nod and a wink to someone to tell them that there's something exciting going on in your life online. And come back to me. Let's have a chat someday. Like the way Dermot aroused my interest the first day, that leads then to a further conversation, that leads to come on a call, that leads to work with you and your upline. And now when you meet people, everybody in Ireland, they say, have you any news? Any news is a great expression in Ireland. And no one has any news because no one is anywhere. And the only news is COVID. So, we have news. We have great news. We have the best news out there. And so many people, we have this project. Now, this project has come from being like a vision initially. It's now real. It's going forward. It's real. It's coming to Europe. It's coming to Ireland. And in business, timing and trends are everything in business. And, when you're a little older, you sometimes realize that, if back then I had done things differently, how differently things would have been. And back in 2008 or 2009, I was out one evening hill walking, and a friend said to me, do you know, and he said collectively to some of us, he said, do you know anything about Bitcoin? And Bitcoin, digital money, cryptocurrency, absolutely none of that was on my radar. None of it. But what our opportunity involves today is cleaning up plastic waste. And everybody knows that that is a problem. And everybody wants to do their part on a micro level. You know, they want to be involved in that project. So imagine not missing the boat on this opportunity. Our business, excuse me, our business is to invite people to take a look. And if they see value, it's our job with our upline and with our team above us to help them get on the bus. Coin price is very low. It won't always be like that. And there will come a time when people will say, do you remember back in the virus in 2020, November 2020? Gee, because if I knew then what I know now, look how differently I would have behaved. Well, the reality is we do know. And many people out there are actively seeking a lifeline. They really need a beam of hope. Mazarine described it as a beam of hope. You know, they need to see that there is a trend and there is timing online that they can build a global business from home. A lot of people are also looking to do something with their money because they want to put their money to use. And also a lot of people are looking to build a second income, as I said, that can't be locked down in a lockdown. So you can work from home, you can work alongside your existing job, you can turn your commute time into work time. You can learn as you earn, you don't have to know everything. There's a team above you. And there's a lot of people out there that are looking to support a reputable company with a reputable agenda. And there's a lot of people out there that are looking to build a business online. There's people on this call today that will stay engaged with this process, and they will make a lot of their dreams of flying high come true. I plan on being on one of these people, and my question for you is, will you come fly with me? Will you join the team? And team stands for together, everybody achieves more. Thank you.
Thank you, Cecilia. I was applauding, but my mic was off. Wow. Yeah, very, very true words, very inspiring words. We are a lifeline in so many ways to our planet and to people. And you don't have to be ashamed to offer this lifeline to people. Just do it. You know, that's it. Yeah. So our next speaker is Nuti. Nuti is from the Netherlands, and yes, Nuti, she guides aspiring people by offering sessions and intensives for men and women who feel called to a deeper understanding of their own journey and their own body as a part of the work to be reinstated in themselves. And the funny part is, she used to work in the oil industry. She used to work for Shell. But she left the corporate life for India to find her calling in the art of healing. And now she runs a successful massage practice in the Netherlands, as well as teaching her own style of yoga flow and relaxation. And yeah, I would love to hear more of your story, because it's a nice circle of joining the oil business from the other side and now joining our oil business. So please, Nuti, sorry, turn on your mic and share your story with us.
Thank you so much for your kind words, Mazarine. It's a great honor to be here, and thank you everyone for taking your time to listen on a Sunday to what we have to share with you. And indeed, my life has a red line in it where oil is the issue, and being in a corporation where it's totally male dominated like Shell, I really felt I could add so much more value. I miss this part where you really connect, and people being very intellectual and not heart-centered. And because I was in this environment where I felt a little bit lost, I ended up having a burnout. And during this burnout, I really, at the time not, but after, I really realized this was a blessing in disguise. Sometimes we have these deep experiences that change our life. And this was one of the experiences I had. Going deep into myself, because I had the time staying home from the burnout, where I could really feel that I was not fully living what I was, who I was. And that's really someone who has deep feelings and loves to share them. And we women, we use our intuition. And if you have to adjust to a male environment, you will start to feel lost. So it was a journey going back into myself by meditating, by practicing yoga, and at the point where I started to feel, wow, there's another world out there and there's another world within me, I started to learn more about this. I started to look into different ways of being, of following my career. And of course, Shell was my safe haven financially, but I felt there must be more. So I took the step to learn about massage, to learn about yoga, and even leave after 10 years the company behind me. And I went to India to learn more and become a yoga teacher. And at the time I already practiced massage, because this is one thing that's running through both lines in my family, from my mother's and my father's side. So again, oils coming up here with the massage, using the oil, it's a beautiful way. And at that time, I already saw the connection, like Shell oil and massage oil. And then you think the circle is round, but it keeps going. So in the time I was in India, I really felt this big shift within myself, that I started a new life, which I did when I came back to Holland. And opening my own practice and starting to teach yoga, I developed myself as a business owner. And of course, there's so many things you don't know when you come from employment to being a business owner. So I had to experience also that I needed to think about my future, which I didn't, until I realized, okay, my money mindset needs a little bit of tweaking. And for this, I followed some trainings on also realizing that I have to look into the future and build up my pension, and how to do this and not see money as something that's holding me back, but that can help and support others. And in yoga, you have this saying where you yourself are part of this microcosmos, and you're the microcosmos within. So everything you do, every thought you have, every step you take, every action you do, it is from this place where there is intertwinement with everything. It will have a cause and effect on everything you do, think, say, interact. And once I started to realize this and also see, okay, but in money, it's the same thing. It's all about these connections. It's all about these interactions. It's all about sharing. It's all about caring for others. Because with money, we can also express our love and our connection and help each other and support each other. And during this process of tweaking my mindset, I got to know Felina. And Felina, she's my sponsor. I'm very happy with that. And she told me about the opportunity of becoming part of Amplivo. And this like, sometimes I doubt and I can think about things a long time. But when I heard it, it was about cleaning the plastic soup up. Well, I think everyone knows the pictures where you see the animals being misformed because they're wrapped up in plastic. Everyone knows this, and you don't have to have a big imagination to feel this, that it really deeply resonates within yourself that this is something we caused as humans, and we have to take the responsibility to do something about it. And we have this, or I call it the addiction to plastic, because it's getting more and more, and everything is wrapped up in plastic. Even if you want to buy things without plastic, it's like unescapable. There's always something you're buying that has a plastic container. And of course, there's a lot of movements out there that are forming this counter effect and having other ways and other meanings to avoid this, but still it's there. So when I was on the first presentation of amplivo by John, I was like, okay, this is it. I'm going to join. And with the knowledge of that it's about connection, it is about sharing, it's about caring for the planet, taking our responsibilities. I also felt that the part where I would sell again, I felt this block, but I cannot sell. I don't want to sell. I don't like selling. But because I stepped into the process, I also realized, okay, if I don't like it, maybe I should change myself and look at it differently. And Felina helped me really to do this. She wasn't pushing me. She was just sharing with me. And I enjoyed this very much. It was just telling what's out there. It's informing. It's having this backup or this interaction we sometimes have. So this is really where I see there's so much value. Just by living your life, you can already make a difference. You can already become more actively integrated into something that's beautiful, or at least this is very beautiful for me, and become part of something that's starting, or it made a startup already, but it's gonna grow, and it's gonna not only create a sustainable future, but also build up a financial plan for yourself. And I'm very happy to be part of this. I'm very grateful. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, Nuti. That was really a beautiful story. And when I heard you talk about that, you said you were in one type of work environment with the oil, and then you had this burnout, and then you had this transformation. And now you are back into the oil, massage oil, advanced biofuel. But now you can do something from the heart and still also be in the oil and be part of the transformation. And because of your burnout, you really have like kind of a lockdown in your own life for yourself. And I saw that maybe the whole world is in a burned out stage.
Yes.
And we are also in a transformational stage, and we can help and be part of this transformation and guide people to a much more beautiful life. And I really saw the symbol in your story and the situation we are here now on planet Earth together. So
the circle is never ending. It's an ongoing, and it takes different shapes every time. And and indeed, like, we can take this period as something to grow and transform from.
Yes. And it would be really nice if we can help the planet transform in a beautiful, clean planet and healthy planet for every life, not just for humans, but for every creature here on the planet. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're going to our next lady, Petra. Petra is her name, and she's also from the Netherlands. And she has been working in the energy transition for over 10 years. And she has been involved in sustainable energy projects, and she's always looking at options on how to reduce bad impacts from us people on our planet. She has been traveling within Europe, Thailand, Australia, New Zealand, and even Antarctica. And she has seen the very beauty of nature, and she has been overwhelmed with greatness for the planet and its creatures. Along with that, she also saw the mess that we as human beings leave behind in many beautiful places. And with the ecovo amplivo project crossing her path last year, it made her realize that there is something she can do to actually make a difference. And like Jay, the CEO from Corsair, says, every once in a while, a great opportunity comes along which changes everything. The question is, what are you going to do with that opportunity? Are you going to let it slip, or are you going to grab onto it and get into action? This is such an opportunity that can actually impact the world and you. And I would like to hand the mic over to Petra so that she can tell her story, her why, and all the things that happened after that.
Cool. Well, thank you, Mazarine. I only have just one picture here. Like she was saying, thank you for the great introduction. I'm very happy to share my story. And like Mazarine was telling, I've been traveling a bit around the world, and I went to Antarctica. So the photos on the left-hand side and down on the bottom is from my actually trip down there. And the one on the top right is from New Zealand. So looking out over our planet and really enjoying what nature is giving us as well. So those trips, they made me realize what we are, what great planet that we actually have. And I was very much overwhelmed by everything that I saw. I was planning on going to Antarctica, for example, about 8 years ago, but those trips they're quite expensive. And, but it made me, when I actually thought about it, I saw a series on television. Somebody did the trip down there, and I thought, I want to feel that. I want to be part of that. And being in a country or like Australia as well, but also Thailand, there's so much more, there's so much to see and to do, but it also made me realize how things are being done over the last few decades. We are capable of making great things happening. And also with that, also what Nuti was saying, like all the trash that we have and the animals that get stuck within the plastic. For me, that was also one of the reasons to be able to join this project. And it's such a great opportunity to be able to be doing something like this, because we're so very much used to everything being made easy for us. And we just seem to leave the responsibility to others and to the planet ourselves, instead of taking the responsibility and actually do something about it. I do the little bits like walking my dog, picking up the garbage, and then putting it in the bin, and that's it. And with the shopping, you have to find places where you can actually get everything without the plastic. And it takes quite a bit of effort in beginning to do that, but along the way it gets easier and easier as well. And for me, like in the introduction, Mazarine already said as well, I've been working in energy transition, so I've been seeing all the different possibilities that there are. And I live in the north of the Netherlands, in Groningen, and we actually taking gas out of the ground as well, which is very for decades people have been having the profit of it, having comfortable, warm homes and being able to cook on gas as well. But the downside of that is that lots of people having problems with it. The houses are being destructed because of it. And also very many people have mental problems because of it. because we're taking everything out of the ground, as same as with the oil. We take it out of the ground, we take it out of the earth, and yes, that does give problems in the long term as well, and that's what we see now happening. But it's always like, oh, the generations after us to come, they will have to deal with that. That's not our problems at the moment. So when this project came along as well, it just made me realize that this is a way that we don't have to take the oil out of the ground. We don't have to, we can actually like clean up the mess that we're already making. And for me, like to actually get to know the project and learn what it is about, I followed as many presentations as I could and as many trainings as I could as well. But in the end, it always is about the actions that you take. So like I've just like Nuti, I've been working on my money mindset, but I've also been working on my personal development, working on me. What's the things that I believe? What's the things that I want to improve? And like T. Harv Eker says, thoughts lead to feelings, lead to actions, leads to results. And like all the thoughts that you have, they give you a certain feeling. They give you a positive feeling. They give you a negative feeling. And both of them give you a sense of action, or you do nothing. It's not really an action, but it's still an action as well, because it doesn't give you any results that you want to have. The positive feelings that will lead to positive actions, and that will give you great results as well. So for me, it's when I started this project, I didn't really start straight away on building up a team. But I did tell people about it. And like for Felina, for example, she's one of my first team members as well. And you will hear her story later on today. But she was she did really well on following the trainings and duplicate what we got taught as well. So it's very important that when you want to really get into action,
Petra, your mic is on. Yeah, now we can hear you. Yeah, please. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So it's very important how to that you follow the training, so you know what to do. And also every training you learn something new, because something might have been said once or twice, but it didn't get into you just didn't figure out what to do with it, or you were just focused on something else as well. So every new training, you will learn something new, even though it's been mentioned maybe 6 or 7 times before. And like over the last few months, I've been setting my goal to get to like 2-star in November, and sort of I had the idea of going up to a 3-star, but like I thought, a 2-star would be good. So setting out the intention to the world and to the universe over the last few months. Also with thanks to Peter, he told me about the book of Abraham Hicks, Ask and It Is Given. So I actually sent the intention out to the universe that I want to become a 2-star in November. And it doesn't matter how you actually reach it, but it actually did happen. And it's while I was building my team as well, but also thank you, John. But also look at how to duplicate what you learn, and look at your team structure. Where can you help your people to grow? What do they need? And also, I've been because of what's happening here in the Netherlands with like all the gas extraction. I thought for me, this is the way I can actually like put something back as well. So I do invest or like support the project financially, of course, as well. So helping my team, but also doing it in a financial way, so I can give back in that sense as well. So setting out your intentions and get your thoughts right, get your feelings right, go into action and get your results, and make sure to ask for help as well. So we have a great team of people all over the world as well, and everybody is very willing to help each other grow, and you can learn from so many people. So I think it's one of the best ways to get this project out and have a great future ahead of us with it. Thank you.
Thank you, Petra. It was also really inspiring to see how not only that you're doing good for the planet, you know, you do something from the heart, but meanwhile you are doing that, you are also making your students, and then you start to work on that by reading books or helping, ask help from other people. And yeah, so this is not only, I see it with a lot of people here in this community. They're always trying to become better in something or become more or be more helpful. And I love the people here in amplivo, because, and I feel that we are also attracted like-minded people, because we are sending all this energy out into the universe, and like-minded people are coming on our path and create a beautiful transformation for the world, but also for themselves, and we can help each other also to grow. So thank you for your beautiful words, and also congratulations with 2-star.
Thank you. Yeah.
And it has been given, but I know you've also done good work in it yourself. So you also have put the energy in and not just only put the words in. And I think that's also important to know. It's not just words, but also energy that pushes these words and back to you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now we're going to your other team member. And of course, also my beautiful team member, and that is Feline, the beautiful, smiling Feline. Feline Beuving is a serial entrepreneur and a world-class therapist. She's also a business consultant and a practical child psychologist. And she has served over 1,200 people worldwide and of all ages. And she helped them in dealing with and healing trauma and limited beliefs and blockages, relationships, mental and physical illness. And she has done this for over 16 years. Feline is the author of her newest upcoming book, and she has been featured as an international expert on entrepreneur and awake. And she has been a guest on many international podcasts and media. She has trained and spoken to many international audiences all around Europe. She's a spiritual business advisor, a mentor, therapist, and healer to celebrities, high-achieving entrepreneurs, world leader, and change makers. Wow, this sounds super amazing. Feline, where are you? I don't see your picture here. Maybe I should have a different view.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, and can you still not see me?
Yeah, I see you now, but there were so many pictures, I had to change the view.
All right.
Background.
For your beautiful introduction and your beautiful words. I would love to share my screen for a bit, so I'm gonna do that, and I hope that you can help me along if you can see it. I will share this and we'll.
I see your screen.
Yes, great. Going to open the presentation. All right. Can you see anything happening?
Yes.
All right.
I can see the slides.
Thanks so much. I would love to start off with a question to all of you beautiful people listening today, and that is, how many of you have a big why, just like these beautiful whys that Petra just shared, and Nuti shared, and Cecilia shared, and even Masarina? How many of you have these same kind of dreams for our planet? Well, these dreams and these whys of us, the reason why we get out of bed every day, and this inner feeling that we want to be of service, or that we would love to kind of help people, animals, or the planet thrive instead of only survive. This is actually, you've just been told or taught how we could even do this from home. And well, last time we even had somebody, a beautiful team member, Refei. She shared how she built this business from the jungle even, but it can also be done from your kitchen table. And I love how you already shared it just now, Masarina, about how to find or how it can actually help you find your tribe, like-minded people. And I remember you calling it Rainbow Tribe, and I loved it. It really, it can be so inspiring and uplifting to surround yourself with people that are like-minded. And I believe it's a saying that when you are the average of the 5 people that you surround yourself with, so if you can find people that are also so super inspiring and happy and have a clear why, it can be such a beautiful transformation for yourself in your life. And I would love to kind of, point out that it might be so good to have a look at how many or how much you do, all you do in your life, all the things that you do, how much of that do you do for your loved ones? I mean, how many of you have loved ones that you care about so deeply? Well, I know that I have a lot of them, and I'm sure that you have them. It can be kids, it can be family members, siblings, it can be friends, maybe you have pets. Like, how many of you would really feel or want to do anything to keep those loved ones safe? I know that I really find a why in that. And by safe, I mean being safe in healing and being healthy, but I also mean being happily connected, feeling safe enough to connect with others, to find safety in yourself, to open up to other people. But also, in that sense, safety can also mean, being faithful, having hope, and allowing yourself to be a beam of hope, as has been shared by Cecilia and by Nuti and Masarin. Like, to be that beam of hope for others. You can be so inspiring for others if you find ways in this time of lockdown. And it can be, in that sense, you can be so heroically courageous if you dare to kind of step up and just follow that dream and that why of yours, and stay heart-centered. And I would love to kind of let you know who am I then. Feline Boeming is my name, and thanks, Masarina, for your beautiful introduction. I would love to acknowledge all of you beautiful people here in today's call for really sharing your precious time with us on a Sunday, and for your willingness to really open up and gather new information and new options, and really be kind of opening your mind to new solutions that you might have never heard of before, or that you are willing to share with others and your own teams. And just in this short talk of mine, hopefully I'll keep it short enough, I will be giving you 4 reminders. And these 4 reminders are all about helping you grow your heart's purpose, to help you have faith in humanity and, have faith in yourself so that you can connect with people around you, and to really awaken that inner hero of yours, so that you can be as heroically courageous as possible, and to really speak your truth and create a connection with your own audience. And that can be your team here, but it might also be in your other businesses or things that you do that make you feel alive. And I would just love to share just a little bit of something personal with you, so that you might discover, like, why would you listen to me then? I combine healing humanity as a therapist, but I have a background in international business as well, and I have had the privilege and the beautiful chances to travel this world, and I've seen a lot of plastic pollution myself, and I've seen what it does to our beautiful earth and our land, but also to our humans, and how we get ill. I've seen a lot of hospitals from the inside, and I've seen people in palliative care, guiding them to death as well. And it has been a beautiful. I've seen beautiful things, and I've been grateful. I am still, for so many beautiful people that have really touched my heart. But I also had the feeling that I really wanted to do something back for this world. And I had these dreams on starting my own foundation when I was a kid, maybe plant extra trees or, clean up the oceans. And then Petra came into my life with this beautiful, amazing, sustainable project. And I'm so grateful for her patience and reaching out to me, because it took me a couple of months before I finally said yes. But then March 2020, so March this year, I got in finally, and I'm so grateful for Petra's help there, and for being in my life in that sense. And I'm super happy to be part of this beautiful team. Also grateful for John and Masarina and also all our neighbor countries. It has been amazing, and I'm so grateful for the team. Nuti today is here, but also there are so many beautiful people with this same heartfelt drive, and this information, I hope to share it with you so that it might inspire you to let you see that, it might sound like, hey, how would this help me? How can I actually pour this into my own life? Well, as Nuti shared so openly and brave today about her burnout, and maybe even now the whole world being in a burnout. I love how Masarine pointed that out. I really feel that, I've had some really down times in my life as well. I've been a victim of all types of violence, and I have had my own depressions and moments that I really needed to pull myself out of it. And thanks to personal development, thanks to all types of beautiful trainers and people in my life, I have been able to do that, and to really look at my mind and change my thoughts. And I really believe that if I can do it, you really can do it. And this world really needs to hear you and your message. And we can do that. We can help you share your message, and do that from a place of connection, and then we can clean this earth together. I would really, end this today's talk with how saving the earth is actually saving your loved ones. How daring to have hope and show your kids or your loved ones, your family members, that what you stand for really matters. And people, especially right now, now is the best time. People need to hear that message. People need to hear that hope. And if you dare to be heroically courageous, you'll get to find ways to create community over competition. And from that place of connection, we really need you. This earth really needs to hear you. And yes, that's it for me today. And thanks so much. I really hope to meet all of you.
Thank you, Feline. That was also really inspiring and open from the heart. I can always feel you, and you are so shiny. And when last month I heard your story from where you have come from, it was really heavy, really, really difficult periods in your life, and you are like a shining angel. And I think also because of your heavy background, you are so empathic to others, and you have such a drive to lift others up. And because you have been there, you can be there for other people and show them the way to a more beautiful and fulfilling life. And yeah.
Thank you, dear.
Yeah. Thank you. Oh, wow. So we have had 4 inspirational women talk about why they are doing this business and why are they supporting this cause. And maybe there are people here now in the audience that are just new, or they are already doing it but don't know why. And there are some certain questions and objections that come to us, and I have written them down, and I would like the ladies to answer these questions or objections that some people might have. And the first question from people is, will I be able to do this business? Yeah, I see, Cecilia, maybe you can say something about that.
Yes, well, everybody can do this business. Anybody who recommends a good meal, a good boutique where there's a good sale, anybody can do this business, because the business is ultimately inviting people. So, like, people always have issues, I suppose, of confidence when they ask that question, and they have issues of competence, right? So it takes a little bit of time. You're excited about the idea yourself, so you either get the idea that the whole problem of plastic and solution is really exciting, or you don't. And if you don't get that, you're not going to do this business, right? But if you're excited about that, you'll wonder, like, will I be able to do it? So that's just a question of your own confidence. So work with your upline. Work with being on the training calls. Listen to the information. Do your own research. See the full extent of the problem. Get a picture of the bigger picture. And when you have a view of the bigger picture, then you will have more confidence. So once you have the confidence, then you'll feel confident to invite people, because if you recommend something, you want to be happy with what you're recommending. So that's all you have to do initially. And then, your confidence grows, like, through the support of your upline, through working as part of the team. And people know if you've gone into a new business, they know that you didn't, like, they've known you for 30 years, 40 years, they've known you since you were a child maybe. So they know that you're not an expert on plastic pollution. So don't try to be the expert, like, plug them into the system, plug them into the calls, into your upline support, because remember, the stranger is always the expert. So we've actually been overcomplicating our whole business, really. Really, our business is that of inviting. We need to be excited about what we're doing. It's very exciting. We know that, we get that, and we just need to share that enthusiasm and ask someone, will they take a look? And you can learn as you earn. Obviously you have to grow and develop. You don't become a 1-star, a 2-star, a 3-star, just like looking out the window. You obviously have to develop as a person, but it's the same in any job. Anyone who starts a new job will be wondering how they manage that company's software or whatever, their accounts or whatever. And you learn. You don't have to know everything the first day. So yes, everybody can do the business.
Yes, that's good advice. That's good advice. And I think when people just start and they hear it, they are enthusiastic, and they share it, and then they want to know everything. They feel like they have to be an expert, and then their energy drops because they are in a different mindset. And I just say, just be as like a child, when you first hear something and you're like, wow, there is a solution for all this plastic waste. And just imagine that this project that we are having in Bangkok, there are now 3 machines but the goal is to have 10 machines. Just think, those 10 machines can clean up 1.2 million of kilos of plastic waste per month. I mean, that's amazing. And if we're all join our hands together, you know, you can do it a little bit, you can do a big part, you know. We have a saying, many hands make the work lighter, or so. I don't know if I explained it. So, yeah, if we just all come together and just focus on that excitement, that we can all do our part. And with all those little things, all those little pieces of money will grow to this big mountain, and we can put another machine there. And just imagine if we have this project in Slovenia, in Belgium, in Ireland, and all over the world in the coming 5 or 10 years, and all these projects are cleaning up 1 million kilos per month each. Oh, just vision that. Okay, well, that's just my excitement. You see, I'm always excited as a little kid, like my partner always says to me. Oh, so, but there's another thing that I hear is that people feel like they have to sell something. I don't want to be a salesperson. And I believe Nuti can answer this question, because I think this was one of your own objections. And how did you transform this?
Yes. So I had a lot of resistance towards selling, because it comes again to the mindset. I was like, I don't want to sell my friends something and pretend I like them, or whatever objection was coming into my mind, until I realized, no, it's about sharing. And for me, selling is about that moment where it comes up. You feel it's at the right moment. So using your intuition to really engage on the topic and see what the other person needs, and then start to talk about it. So it's and this happens for most of women, or at least for me, when I'm talking to my friends. It just happens. It's this moment where you're aligned with each other, and it's not just cold sales. And when I started to realize this, it's about connection, it's about sharing, it's about something that comes from my heart. And I know my friends, they also feel that they want to do something for the environment. Then it's just that moment there, and you don't think about it anymore. It's always the mind that's stopping us, or how we were raised, or how we see things, or any concept that we have that's stopping us. And I like to break through all my own conditionings and step into a new world, because it brings so much value. So I think when we feel resistance, it usually comes from us. It's not something because it's from the outside. And once you start to realize that, then you can take again the responsibility to become good at it. And for me, connecting, it's easy. There's no problem there. But it's once I start to think about it, I have to follow a certain method or do something a certain way. I start to feel the resistance. So it's all about being authentic with each other, and that helped me really to not see it as selling, but as sharing.
Yes, that's a beautiful answer. And also what you said with your friends and everything. I believe that network marketing, and especially what we do, it's not just by selling a product, but it's a relationship business.
Exactly.
No, when I'm not gonna call up somebody. No. You develop something. And what I also think is very important, to ask open questions. So if you have like a good conversation and you would like to talk about the project, and start by asking certain questions. And with these questions, you can talk about the environment and what you think about that, or have you seen this on the television about plastic? And then she can say yes, and then you know how this person feels about plastic or the planet and everything. And then you can also say, well, did you know that there is a solution for this problem? And I just heard about it last week, So when you ask question, you are leading the conversation in a natural way without being pushy. And maybe it's not in the first conversation, maybe it's the second or the third, but by being open and listening and asking questions to people, you know the way they think, and then you know also if it's the right time to share our opportunity.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So there's another one, and network marketing is a bad marketing concept. People have this vision of pyramids and only the top you can earn money, and So, Feline, what's your thoughts on this?
Yes. Well, yeah, I'd love to kind of dive into this one. First of all, around marketing on its own, marketing itself, I always had this, for a long time at least, before I did some digging into my own money mindset and do some inner work. And I always felt like marketing was something bad. It was something dirty even. I thought it was unethical. And when I thought about marketing years ago, I didn't even know about network marketing. I had no idea of that world. But first of all, marketing on its own was already something that would really kind of disgust me. And because I studied international business, of course, marketing came along, and I really understood the concept, and I thought it was beautiful because you can really sometimes be creative in that side. So that's the part that I really loved. But I wasn't sure if it was something good or if it would do good or if I would be able to do good with it. So it really made me change my path at some point and also dive into human beings and psychology and kids. So this was a transformation for me, but it came back to me now in a different way. And what I really learned from a beautiful mentor of mine, she told me that if you have something, if it's your own business or an existing business, but in this case, the ecovo project, of course, but in my own case, it was my own business and putting that up and making it visible. Then when you have something that can help people, in my case, it can be helping people heal, but in ecovo's case, it can be helping this planet heal, helping human beings heal. If you really have something so valuable to give to this world, it is actually your obligation to do marketing. That's what I now believe. But it took me many years to get here. But I now really believe that this world needs to hear you and it needs to hear your message. And the only way you can do that by reaching enough people to be helped by the things that you've learned and how you can help other people overcome the things that you've learned is by doing marketing. And one of the shapes of marketing is network marketing. And as has been shared before, what I never understood before, but now I actually really enjoy is the fact that it's about relationships. It's about giving. It's about helping others. You can be of service in such a beautiful way within this structure. And if if you would be looking at my team, it's not at all a pyramid. I mean, it's all wobbly and it has different types of shapes. But at the same time, to really touch that part of how people might be afraid of the pyramid thing, John, our beautiful team leader, taught me something, and it really stuck with me, and that is that, in a sense, the most powerful shapes that are super spiritual are built on this earth to really bring the light in, and that is a pyramid shape, we have pyramids in Egypt, but they are also in, I believe, Bosnia and Slovenia. But there are so many also in South America. There are pyramid shapes built by ancient tribes, and it is a way to get to lift yourself up and let the light in. And I love the way of looking at that. When you think of a pyramid, it has nothing to do with the scheme, but it has everything to do with helping each other, lift each other up, and get to the universe in that sense. And I love this is really how it helps me to see marketing as something beautiful. Yes.
Wow. That's quite a transformation to see it something as disgusting as now is something spiritual to reach the stars almost. That's really, really a beautiful answer. Thank you. And it touched also a little bit of the next question that I also get a lot is, why do they do this business through network marketing? Because a lot of people see network marketing as a pyramid scheme. And maybe Cecilia, maybe you can get a little bit deeper into that.
Yes, first of all, I'm very conscious we've gone over time, so I'll make this as short as I can. Yes, people sometimes bring up, an objection about pyramids, and sometimes I think that's just an excuse because maybe they don't feel they have the confidence or competence to do this business. You can possibly ask them, John has a great way of handling that. Have they had a bad experience before? Maybe you can talk to what the problem really is. But most people realize that, corporate life has a pyramid type structure. But from a mission point of view, there are companies out there with products and services that need to come to the marketplace through a relationship-based business and through a network business, because these companies, these products, or in our case, our story and our vision and mission requires people to educate themselves into what's happening as regards the problem. And, so that takes time, and it takes, it takes a relationship from one person to another. And so that's not something that you can pay for. You can't pay for that explanation. Like when we do the business presentation and we do the beer mat, like there's so we, split 5 or 7 blocks on it, right? But on each of those, you could speak for ages and ages. So there's a lot of information. So you couldn't pay for that from an advertising point of view. But also I look at it as a very positive thing. In corporate life, if you were earning, if you had a huge salary, you might have 100,000 a year. But in relation to network marketing as a business, if you're willing to do the work, you have the ability to earn 200,000 a year. You don't get promotions like that in corporate life. So the company pay for results. And I think that's, and it's all about sharing the story, and that's how it is to get to the masses. So, I think possibly, do we need to finish up, because I think it's Sunday and we've taken people's time on a Sunday, and we can talk for hours. So how could a company pay for that level of advertising?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a great answer. Yeah. And what I was also thinking is, and normally, for these kind of projects, only investors who have a lot of money can invest in these projects. So and not everybody has that type of money. But there are millions and millions of people all around the world who have a little bit of money or a little bit more money, etc. And through this network marketing concept, we can reach out to millions of people, and everybody can help with every way that's possible for them, and they can still earn also money from the oil that's being produced. So I think that's an amazing chance to let everybody participate in this project. Well, unfortunately, we have been over time, so a couple of questions we do another time. I would love to see all your faces again. Let me see, gallery view. So you can put on your cameras and say goodbye to us. And I hope that we could have inspired you all and gave you some new thoughts of doing business, and spread the word. Share this word and come to our presentations. And I think next month we're going to do another one. So I wish you all a beautiful Sunday and see you next time. Bye-bye.